We're about to show you on board the Sunseeker 75 Sports Yacht. This is a direct replacement for the 74 Sports Yacht, and it's based on that exact same vessel. Has the same hull, the same engineering platform, and you still get the option of that great 3 or 4 cabin interior with the lower galley and dining area. However, there are some things which stay the same, such as the performance. This boat is still hitting 40 knots with a range of around 300-350 miles at 20 knots. Prices starting at around, well, just under €3 million excluding VAT. But one important change, and I think something that underlines what Sunseeker are trying to do here, is this boat is now RCD Category A. That means it is the highest category you can award to a leisure yacht. So we've got 40 knot performance, RCD Category A, and some really cool design changes. I'm Carl Richardson, and you're watching YachtBuyer. So before we actually move on board, as it were, this new sports yacht, it's worth taking some time to look across this transom. So this is a development, an evolution, if you like, of the 74 sports yacht, another Sportsbridge yacht, the same hull, the same engineering platform, much of the same design. What we've done, or what Sunseeker have done, to give them the credit, is they've tidied up this back end. So it used to be slightly offset, and now we've gone for a far more balanced central style. You've still got the offset tender garage behind here, but they've just tidied things up. We've got the crew access behind here, nicely hidden, and they've actually pulled the sun pad out behind. So it's the same design under the skin, but they've just tidied things up. In fact, this whole transom area, this whole stern section is new. So we've got a much more balanced set of steps going up to that aft deck. Beforehand, you had a narrow set and a wider set. So it's better on the eye, it's more pleasing on the eye. Sunseeker are very happy with it. But that really sets the tone for a boat which has been developed, has been evolved from that 74. Let's go on board and continue that story. So I'm standing here on the border between the deck salon and this aft deck, this real expanse of aft deck leading onto that sun pad. It's a good place to be because it really reflects, I think, the whole ethos of this boat. We have this deck salon lounge flowing through, but with this fantastically engineered door system that drops away entirely. So this would be normally enclosed for the deck salon beyond, but now it's completely dropped away. We have this flow through onto the aft deck of seating, and that's been improved again. The seating is now slightly bigger. We've got a new table. Importantly, we have a much better access point onto that starboard deck from that side. There's a new wet bar here. It's tweaked. It's just been developed from that 74. So people who know the 74 are going to find this boat very familiar, but I can tell you, being on here, it just feels different and I think improved. So as we come through, we've got this deck salon area, these deep windows. The window line's been changed ever so slightly. It drops away on the forward section, so you've got more glass, more view going through the cutaway bulwarks. And then we've got that great surround helm area up at the front, so you can get 3 guests up with the 2 helm seats. So it's a good all-round design anyway, and it's just been improved in some key areas. So we're sat here at the helm station. We've got these twin sports, very supportive seats here, fully adjustable with the guests over to our port side. Now, this boat is fitted with twin V12 MAN 1900 horsepower diesel engines, pushing this boat to around 38 knots. I think it's a 40 knot boat, and I think Sunseeker are just erring on the side of caution and saying 38. That means cruising anywhere from the early 20s right the way up to 30 knots as your heart desires. We've got 2 large multifunction display screens. This boat comes with a hydraulic package for the hydraulic platform, but that also means that we've got thrusters, we've got fin stabilizers, all running off that hydraulic system. So we've got joystick control, we've got bow and stern thrusters. This boat is going to be very, very maneuverable, supported by that hydraulic system. We've got a nice little sunroof above our heads now, but you can close that off so you can reduce glare down. The important thing is we've now got just a single mullion on this screen. The 74 we had triple screens, the 75 now got 2 huge screens. The visibility is therefore improved. It's got that 1 mullion to break it up, but I can tell you sat here, there is fantastic visibility right forward, and importantly, we've got that side door. So the skipper can jump out, have ventilation, and with the sunroof open, the side door open on a great day, this is going to feel, you know, as close to wind in the hair boating as you can get. I think it's 75 feet. So a very well considered helm. It's the same overall design as we saw on the 74, but I think that single mullion windscreen really does make a difference to the forward visibility. We've now come down below decks on this sports yacht, and one thing that hasn't changed, and I'm very glad it hasn't changed, is this 3 cabin layout. So what we've got is a lower galley with this adjoining sort of mini lounge come diner. You can have a 4th cabin here if you want, but I really don't think you should. This is a great layout, a very social layout, and that still leaves you with a forward VIP, a great twin cabin, and an owner's cabin full beam amidships, which we'll go and take a look at in a second. Another thing this does give you is obviously extra storage, which you can't have enough on if you're going to be going away for a week or so, and just a place that you can come and just get away to the privacy of this lower deck area, but you've still got these huge hull side windows cut in, and these are, as we saw up on the deck salon, we have a slight redesign and a difference to the finish on the outside with some more stainless steel detailing, but you've got the great balance really of a superb view out across the water, but also the privacy down here. This is the perfect place to start your day, or indeed end it. So I wanted us to take a closer look at this full beam owner's stateroom for a couple of reasons really. One is it's a great cabin, it really shows off the Sunseeker style, but specifically what we can also see here is this next generation finish, particularly for the Predator and Sports Yacht ranges. So the Sports Yacht, the Sportsbridge range, which we'll go and look at in a second, and the Predators are based on the same hull, the same powertrain, the same performance, but one has the Sportsbridge, the Sports Yacht that we're on board now. The Predator just has this hardtop with its extended sunroof, but both boats will show off this kind of new interior, slightly more sporty. We're seeing these beautiful carbon inlays into the panels and the doors. This is really taking the old XPS, the 74 XPS level of finish, which was an optional extra. You had to pay extra for this level of finish on the 74. Here you're getting it as standard. So things that remain, lots and lots of storage. There's a great walk-in wardrobe over there, semi-walk-in wardrobe I suppose you'd say. We've got these superb hull windows with blinds coming down, very neat and very sophisticated lighting, huge double berth, and I really like this sort of little coffee breakfast area on the other side. I think having those 2 facing seats makes it far more convivial, and I think far more likely to use. I think a sofa has the danger of it becoming a sort of a dump for clothes. So lots to like about this new interior, and you're going to see this new level of interior all the way through the cabins and indeed up in the deck salon. So here we are on this Sportsbridge deck, although you might be forgiven for thinking we're on a fly bridge. This is a 75-foot boat, so you're not lacking in space up here. Yes, if we were on a 75-foot flybridge boat, this would be a much bigger area, but the size of this boat means that this Sportsbridge deck, which is really all about the driving position, also affords you a fantastic sun pad and dining area here. This neat little seating area, which also turns into a sun pad forward, up by this twin helm position. Beautiful carbon fibre seat frames here. Very similar sort of helm feel looking forward. And of course, you're going to have this elevated driving experience from up here. So at 40 knots, this is going to be a lot of fun in that elevated position. You've got all the same controls up here. So you've got your thruster controls, you've got your joystick control. It's a proper driving position. But what really makes this is the extra space you're afforded up here. As I say, this is not far off a flybridge in terms of specification and luxury, just a little bit lower on space. One other important improvement they've made on this 75 is the radar chair just behind us here. So now we have a fully composite and quite swept chair to take your radar and your antenna and what have you, as opposed to the previous aluminium. It looks a lot more designed. Sunseeker are very, very happy with that. We're about to take you into the engine bay on this sports yacht. We've got twin 1900 MAN V12 engines down here. That's what's pushing this yacht close to 40 knots. Importantly though, there's space for a generator, a main generator around 30 kilowatts, but also space for a second night generator. Night generator being a slightly smaller, therefore quieter generator you can run through the evening. It's a good sized bay. We're going to show you around. So that was the new Sunseeker 75 Sports Yacht. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like us. And if you'd like to see more of what we're doing, click up here. And please do subscribe to us by clicking up here. See you next time.